Hi, I'm Bobby Fisher, the nurse practitioner, founder, and manager of LuxLift, a boutique aesthetics and wellness clinic located on Winter Avenue here in Danville, Illinois. At LuxLift, we empower our clients to look and feel their best through personalized, confidence-building care. I'm honored to support Jessica Nemecz and the incredible work she's doing at Two Roads Wellness Clinic. We believe in supporting leaders like Jessica who show up with purpose, resilience, and the same values we stand on. People first, whole person care, and a collaborative approach that truly listens. LuxLift is proud to sponsor today's episode of The Table.
Jessica Nemecz, welcome to The Table.
Thank you.
So you've built multiple locations and you've changed so many lives with this. What is one moment that defines it for you? Like, this is why I do what I do.
Oh man, that's really hard to answer.
Are there multiple?
Oh, so many. I mean, for me, it always goes back to the people. Like, I am a mental health therapist first. I'm a counselor. You know, that's even, when I was in high school, I knew I wanted to be a counselor. I had a really great mentor who was a counselor, and she said, I think you'd be a great counselor. And so I started to look into it, and I'd always had dreams of helping other people, always cared for people that were struggling, and knew that this is what I wanted to do with my life. And so the moments where I was like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, is when I see someone's life change because they came in not sleeping, they were hurting, their relationships were in shambles, they were having a hard time going to work, and then we get them feeling better, and they've started setting goals for themselves, and they're showering again, and they feel their best. So I would say from the provider clinical side, that would be it. It's making sure people feel their best. And then from an employer perspective, it's I always thought I want to create the best workplace. I'm going to create this amazing workplace. Everybody's going to love it. I'm always looking for that win-win.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have the best benefits, the best pay, a really great company culture. And so we have tried to create that here. But what I've learned is it may never be enough for some people, and that's okay. It's not always going to be the best fit, which made me sad for a long time because I thought, well, if I just work a little harder, I can meet everyone's needs.
Yeah.
Which is totally ridiculous because I just can't. And we've had people, any place, has people leave upset. And that's been really hard for me. I grieved deeply over those losses of partners leaving, employees leaving upset, feeling oh man, I disappointed them. I wish I could have done things differently, or knowing sometimes that I did everything that I could and it still wasn't good enough. And that's really hard.
How do you process that? How do you work through that grief?
Yeah. So for me, it's making sure I'm taking care of myself. I'm talking to my husband about it. I'm praying through it. I'm seeing my own counselor, trying to process what is all of this. But what I've come to realize is I'm a rescuer by nature. I want to help people. I want them to feel their best. I want everybody to be happy. But I had to learn that's not my responsibility. All I can do is just show up authentically as myself, try to provide the best that I can for them. And then the outcome isn't up to me. Yeah.
I recently had a conversation with someone specifically about something like this. And I was like, this is not yours to hold.
Right.
Yeah. This is not yours. It's not your problem to fix. While you can have empathy or compassion, you can't fix it. It's not yours to hold.
Yeah.
I want to come along and fix things for sure.
Yeah.
Problem solver would probably be the term.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
I can definitely relate to that too. It's we saw, issues in our community that we wanted to fix, or I say we, but I saw that too. I wanted to fix it. And I had to learn, I can't be the one to fix all the problems either. That's why the networking groups that we're a part of are so important. Community members coming together, working together, we can each play a role in that, right?
Yeah.
It's not all on one person.
No, that's why I love the Vermilion Standard so much.
Me too.
Yeah, I've had such a good experience. I'm so glad that Josh came to Ashton and Ashton came to me. I was like, this is
huge.
Such a good idea. You spoke about reinventing the wheel.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you like expand on like what you mean by that? Because I know you and your husband were like, we're complete opposites. And
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So really, like I'm an out of the box thinker,
Mhm.
right? So I've always been a creative. Like when I was a kid, I was an artist. I said
Really?
I wanted to be an artist when I grew up. So I had like, a place where I could paint and draw and do all that stuff. And
Mhm.
then as I like grew, became an adult, like in any organization that I worked in, I was always like a creator. I would create new content for them, courses,
Really?
groups, that kind of thing. And I always gave credit to my supervisors, the company, because that's what you do. Like you
Mhm.
promote that company,
Yeah. Mhm.
trying to help the community. So then for me, I'm always thinking about what's possible, right? Like
Yeah.
what could be here that's missing,
Mhm.
and then creating that. So like I'll look at the end goal of something and then I'll create all the steps to get there and then start from the beginning to get to the end goal.
Gotcha. So how is that different from your husband? What does he do?
Yeah, so he's more of a fine tuner. He
Mm.
perfects things.
Okay.
So he may not necessarily look at something and say, well, what's possible?
Mhm.
He'll say, what's there? So he's more practical.
Okay.
But if I create something, he's going to go in and look at each system logically
Mhm.
and say, well, how can we make that system better?
Yeah. Just refining it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was really cute when you were like, I'm over here and I reinvent all the wheels and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
And then he was like, I do not.
yeah. We complement each other.
Yeah,
So
you seem to.
yeah.
How long have you been together?
So we have been together 28 years, married 23.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What have you found that's like kept you together?
It's a good question. Like we have the foundation of our faith, and we got together when we were in high school. So there's that
Mm.
like young love.
Mm.
We have a history together.
Yeah.
I think our expectations too, like there's no perfect relationship. You are going to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so every relationship has ups and downs. So it's just like deciding when you're in that down moment, like, is it worth fighting for?
Mm-hmm.
And we always say that we take turns giving grace. Like if one of us is really upset,
Yeah.
the other one will be like, let's pause and come back to this and work
Mhm.
through it. So as long as one of us is okay and willing to fight,
Yeah.
then we'll fight for our relationship.
So can we start at the beginning? Like, how did Two Roads come to be? I want to hear the whole entire story because I have personally never heard it.
Okay, sure. So when I was 29 in 2010, I created Two Roads, One Path Counseling. So it was just mental health. It was me by myself. I was in Champaign at the time. I started seeing clients over there. I loved it, but I had just had my third son. So I only did it for it's like a year or two. Maybe it wasn't even a full 2 years. And another practice in Danville asked me to come work for them.
Mm.
And so I was like, okay, that would be easier for me in this season of life. I'm going to go work for them for a couple of years. I had one more baby while I was there. So I have 4 boys.
Mm.
And then at some point in time, I was ready to kind of go off on my own again. So me and a partner of mine started Two Roads Counseling.
Okay.
We were in a tiny office on Fairchild. We just did mental health, saw our own clients. In 2015, we added 2 more partners. We were still just mental health. We hired our first employee, which was a receptionist at the time.
Mm.
And then from there, we continued to grow. We moved into our building on Winter and started hiring employees to work for us. So we were just hiring therapists,
Mhm.
counselors,
Mhm.
and really didn't have an idea of integrative healthcare at the time. It was really just mental health care.
Mhm.
But we were thinking, okay, it would be nice to have a nurse practitioner to prescribe mental health medication.
Mm.
So we did hire an NP
Okay.
to do that. And then really the idea for me, at least, I would say for integrative healthcare came from I was seeing a kiddo that had OCD and behavioral problems. And I was treating that child like I would, treat any kid with OCD behavioral problems. The kid wasn't getting better. And the NP ran some tests, not just for mental health, but physical as well, and found out this child had had strep throat that had then created some problems in this child's body. They started an antibiotic, and then the behaviors and the OCD started to eliminate.
Really?
Yeah. And so for me, that was a light bulb moment of, oh, wow, like we can't just treat mental health in isolation. Like we have to look at the whole person. And so that's where the idea of integrative healthcare came from is like, okay, what's going on at the root?
Mhm.
And let's treat that root. And then the symptoms of like mental health, physical health get better together.
So you're looking to expand nationwide, correct?
Yes.
So what kind of partnerships? What are you looking for?
Yeah, so I'm an idealist, so I don't know if this is the right path for us or not, but I'm looking for other healthcare providers, people that love their community and want to make it better, who have the same values that we do as far as putting people first, slowing down healthcare so that we have more time for our patients and clients, and then getting to the root cause. So I'm really looking to partner with people in their local communities that want to have, a Two Roads or an integrative health care clinic.
Yeah. So you're franchising then. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Can we talk about Remedy Management Group
Sure.
too?
Yeah,
What is
absolutely.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. So we created Remedy Management Group. It's an MSO. It's basically, it would handle the like credentialing, billing, insurance, HR, do like business coaching, consulting, that kind of work, helping people set up their clinics. Because when you start a business, it's really hard. Like a startup is difficult. And we know, I don't know what the statistics are, but a lot of startups fail within the first 5 years because of how difficult and isolating it is. So we were trying to basically say, if a person wants to start a Two Roads or even other healthcare clinics that need support, we're willing to do like the work behind the scenes for you so that you can just focus on your patients and clients and your community.
Talking about startups, what's the most important thing to do?
I would say first make sure that it's aligned with your priorities and your values, because I don't think that it's aligned with every person's priorities. So we always have like 3 options, right? We can do a startup, we can basically take over something somebody else built, and make it better. Or we can work for someone else, a system that's already been created, and then we get a paycheck for, doing the work within that system. So it's asking yourself which path is right for me, and then choosing the path that aligns with your values.
Yeah. Can we talk about values? I recently saw a video on Instagram where someone was like, a lot of people don't actually, they think that they're mentioning their values, but what they're really mentioning are virtues or attributes instead.
That's interesting.
They were like, values are more like your scope. For instance, in any sort of like romantic relationship, even, do your scopes match? Like, do you want a bigger life just like me, or are you happy with something else? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, that's a really good question. I think there's probably different ways to look at it, but really it's going back to who you are and then making sure that you're living authentically. If it's your virtues, is that what you said?
They said virtues or attributes.
Or attributes, your vision for your life, your priorities, your values. You just want to make decisions that align with who you are and make sure you're not living a life for somebody else.
That's true. I feel like a lot of people do that.
Absolutely.
They really do. What pushed you to build all of this?
A lot of people have always asked me, like, over the years, like, why are you building this? And to me, it just made sense. Like, it was logical, right? Like, I'm going to build something based on the needs of the community. So the community needed something different, another healthcare option that had different values, a different approach. And so I created that. And building for me isn't hard. Like, that's fun. That's easy.
Yeah, it lights you up.
It lights me up. It energizes me. It makes other people tired. And that's okay, because they love when things are the same and that they fine tune things, right? And so, like, I would never ask someone to become a builder, because that's something I love to do. And I also, have asked over time, like, the people around me not to ask me to be like them. So again, it's going back to just allowing each person to be who they are, because you're going to shine in that area, whatever it is.
That's a really good way to put that. What is your definition of wellness now that you've built this empire at this point? Like, has it changed? Has it morphed?
So I feel like in some ways maybe it has. Like, I want to say my mom always had like a very good foundation for us for wellness and health. Like, she's a nurse practitioner now. And so she always taught us about like trying to eat well and live your best life, make good choices, that kind of thing. But I think it's building habits intentionally that lead to wellness. So it's, not just goals that we set, but it's those daily habits that lead to, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual wellness.
Okay. Can we expand on that. So the people that I'm working with, the psychographic that they are is their timeline, you know?
Yeah.
So what advice would you give those people? Because like for me, I can't stop.
Yes.
Like once I start working, like I can't stop.
Absolutely. So I'm going to say something that a lot of people may not agree with,
Yeah.
but I do think work is a type of self-care.
Oh, I love that.
So, I mean, we look at work and then like our life and we say things like work-life balance, but my brain doesn't work that way. And how I look at it is more like, you know, your work is a part of your life. It can be a part of your self-care, especially if it lights you up. It gives you purpose and meaning. And when you're in the zone, you're not going to stop to eat or rest, but you feel filled up. You're excited, you know. So I would say use that energy to, you know, reach your goals or your next steps, and then rest. It may be a period of work and a period of rest, and that's okay.
That is also interesting. So when I do go to rest, I notice a huge dopamine crash. And I feel sad. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it might just be a part of your rhythm then, right? Like because you love what you're doing so much, like it energizes you. Like when you actually go to rest, you're probably exhausted. And maybe there's a little bit of grief with it.
It feels like grief.
Yeah, it sounds like grief. It may be like just accepting that that is your rhythm. And so your rest may look different than other people's rest.
Do you think there are phases when you are an entrepreneur? It used to be so fun. I used to have so much fun. But now I'm just like, I cannot. Like, I have no interest in activities that would be fun.
Do you think your fun has changed, your definition of fun?
It could be. It could be, like you said, I never thought of work as self-care. Yeah. Like I enjoy going to these networking events and meeting with people and finding out what they need and what they want and getting it for them. Like it is fun. So I think you're right. It has changed.
Yep. And it gives you purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I feel like I'm in therapy right now.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
What would you have told your younger self, maybe when you were 23, like, what would your advice be to them, people who want to lead?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. I would tell them that it's going to be harder than they think.
Yeah.
So, and just expect the hard and lean into it because it will sharpen you. And strengthen you. And so when you're going through those hard things, I mean, reach out for support. Know that you're not alone. Know that if you do lose everything, it will still be okay. I had to reach the point of acceptance. Like there's just things we don't have control over. You know, an example for us was there was a major cyber attack on healthcare in 2024 that affected our payroll. And so we didn't receive funds from our payers for, it was actually about 2 months. And so that wasn't something we had control over. And so just knowing that when those hard things come, you just do your best, and that's okay if things still fall apart.
Do you think that the threshold, the longer you are a business owner, your threshold for fear, maybe the baseline changes? Some people that I have talked to, oh my gosh, your life is my nightmare. Like it's, you know, like you could lose everything, you know, at that point.
Yeah, I think that your tolerance increases as you are in business longer and longer because you've been through it, right? Like there's not a business owner that hasn't been in business for a long time that didn't wake up in the middle of the night thinking they're going to lose everything. That's just a part of the cycle of it because you are risking everything. There's no net to catch you. Like you are creating the net, right? So you just have to get to a place of that's okay. Like if we lose everything, we did the best that we could. We helped as many people as we possibly could, and we'll just pivot. We'll do something else.
I think that you don't lose those skills.
Right, exactly.
Of like the building skills. Like you learn how to build from the ground up and you never lose that. Okay, last question. How do you define success in a way that most people would disagree with?
Yeah, for me, success looks like connection. So it's all about relationships and having that depth of relationship in like yourself, even a relationship with yourself. If you believe in God, your creator, your community. But for me, that's what success is. It's about connection and impact. So like with Two Roads, I don't know that I did this consciously, but I would say like I built it for impact long after I'm gone. Like I hope that it's here for the community with the same values, continuing to offer like great care long after I'm gone. So it's about that connection and impact. That's what success is. I love that.
That's amazing.